Hello children. We are discussing our chapter 11, that is force and pressure. We had studied the facts about the force per chain. Now we are going to study the pressure. What is pressure? We had discussed in our previous lecture that the pressure is force exerting per unit area on any substance is known as pressure. Whenever a substance has a weight, or exerts a force on a given unit area, that is known as pressure. Pressure is a physical quantity which measures force per unit area. After that, we had studied the effects of pressure. There are various effects of pressure in our daily life, out of which the first one is heavy trucks are fitted with 6 to 14 tires. Why is it so? Why those heavy and the long trucks have more number of tires? So that the tires covers more area, and by that more area, the pressure by that truck on the earth's surface is reduced, as pressure is equals to force divided by area. And if area is high, the pressure is less. And if pressure is less, the truck will not sink into the ground. Next, wide steel belt is provided below the army tanks or the tires of the army tanks. The army tanks' weight is quite high, their force is quite high much. So, to tolerate that force by the ground, it is provided with a wide steel belt. If the belt is of low size, of small size, then the area is less. And if area is less, according to the formula, pressure is equals to force upon area. If area is less, the pressure is high. But it is not the reality. The tanks has wide belts. Wide belt means more area. If they are covering more area means the pressure exerted by that heavy tank over the surface is less. And if pressure is less, that means that tank will not sink into the ground. Third, skiers use wide skis to slide over the snow. You must have seen those skiers in any videos in the movies or in the TV, televisions, or in your real life. Those skiers use the wide, long belts, long padded like rod structures. Those skis are wide and covers more area. Why is it so? Because by covering that more area, the pressure by that skier on the snow is less. And if pressure is less, then the skis do not sink into the snow. Next, knives are sharp-edged, as well as the syringes which are used by the doctors are very pointed, sharp-pointed. Why is it so? Because sharp-edged or sharp-pointed means they are covering very less area. Very less area means the pressure exerted by them is quite high. And if pressure is high, they can easily cut the things. If pressure is high, the needle syringe can easily penetrate our vein, penetrate our skin without causing any damage to us. जो सिरिंज होती है बच्चे, और जो ये शार्प एज नाइफ होते हैं, नुकीले तीखे नाइफ होते हैं बच्चों, ये इसीलिए होते हैं ताकि एरिया कम कवर करें. एरिया कम कवर करेंगे तो प्रेशर ज्यादा लगा पाएंगे, तो आसानी से चीजों को पेनिट्रेट कर सकेंगे. नेक्स्ट, फाउंडेशंस ऑफ हाई राइज बिल्डिंग्स आर टू बी मेड वाइड. जो नींव होती है बड़ी बड़ी ऊंची बिल्डिंग्स की, उनको चौड़ा बनाया जाता है. दे आर मेड वाइड. व्हाई इज इट सो? बिकॉज वाइड फाउंडेशन मींस the area covered by that building is more. The force on which the area will lie is more. So, if area is high, the pressure of that building on the ground is less. That means that building will remain stable. That building will not fall down easily. Next, a school bag has wide straps. The school bags are provided with wide straps. Why is it so? Because wide straps cover more area. And according to the formula, pressure is equals to force upon area. If area is high, the pressure is less. That means they apply less pressure on our shoulders and does not cause any pain. Camel has wide and soft padded feet. The camels which can easily walk on the sand has very soft and padded feet. Why? Because those wide and soft pad like feet will cover a large area, and due to that large area, they exert a less pressure on the ground. As we know, the formula of pressure is force divided by area, and if area is large, the pressure is less. So, due to that less pressure, the feet of the camel does not sink into the soil. So that is the reason why camels are having soft and broad padded feet. So these are the pressure, formulas and its effects. Now we discuss the pressure exerted by the liquids, or we can say liquid pressure. Liquids exert pressure that is known as liquid pressure. Whenever we pour anything or when we brings a contact with a liquid, then liquid will exert the pressure on the boundaries of that container in which they are placed. Liquids will exert pressure on the base of the container in which they are placed. बच्चों ये जो लिक्विड होते हैं बच्चे ये भी एक प्रेशर लगाते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज लिक्विड्स हैव अ वेट. लिक्विड्स का एक वेट होता है. लिक्विड एक फोर्स एक्सर्ट करते हैं एंड वी नो दैट फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया इज नोन एज प्रेशर. लिक्विड्स एरिया तो कवर कर ही रहे हैं और लिक्विड्स का वेट भी है, लिक्विड्स का एक फोर्स भी है. सो लिक्विड विल एक्सर्ट अ प्रेशर. व्हाई लिक्विड्स एक्सर्ट अ प्रेशर? बिकॉज लिक्विड्स हैव अ वेट एंड दे कवर अ एरिया. सो बच्चे देयर आर सर्टेन properties are related to that liquid pressure. There are certain features related to that liquid pressure. The first one is liquid exert pressure on the base of the container. जो liquid होता है जिस कंटेनर में हमने डाला है उसके बेस पर एक प्रेशर लगाएगा. Next, liquid exert pressure on the side walls of the container. जो जिस कंटेनर में हमने उसे डाला है उसकी साइड वॉल्स पर क्या लगाएगा? प्रेशर. Next, liquid pressure increases with depth. As we go in the depth, as we go more and more deeper into a liquid, the pressure of that liquid increases. जितना हम गहराई में जाएंगे उतना liquid pressure बढ़ता जाएगा. That is the reason बच्चे, because if one tap is present in our house at the ground floor, other one is at the first floor and another one is at the second floor, then in which tap the pressure of liquid is high? At the ground floor, because as the depth increases, the pressure of liquid increases. जैसे जैसे गहराई बढ़ेगी, liquid का pressure बढ़ता जाएगा. Next, at same depth, the pressure exerted by the liquids on the various position is same. अगर गहराई same है, तो liquid का pressure same. Liquid pressure is measured by a special device, and that special device, that simple device is known as manometer. So if someone asks you what is a manometer? Manometer is a device by which we measure, by which we calculate the liquid pressure. For these four features, now we are going to perform certain activities. So students, now we are going to perform an activity by which we conclude that liquids exert pressure. For this activity, you require a tumbler, white tumbler. Fill 3/4 of that tumbler with water. Have a lid or have a small plastic container or a small iron container which you have. Just for example, I am taken the lid of a cold drink bottle. Place that bottle inside the water and then slightly push it inside the water with your finger. What we are observing that when I am pushing it towards the bottom, that lid will again comes back at the top. If I am pushing it at the bottom, it will again come back at the top. Why is it so? Because this liquid, this whole liquid will exerting a liquid pressure on that lid. इस पर एक प्रेशर लग रहा है जिस प्रेशर की वजह से ये बार बार नीचे जाने के बाद ऊपर आ जा रहा है बच्चे. So this activity will prove that liquids exerts a pressure. The next activity which we are going to perform is that liquids will exert a pressure at the bottom of the container. For this activity, you have to take a pipe, a hollow pipe which passes hole through the both sides. This is a pipe bache, which is open from the both ends. Take a rubber which you make from a balloon which is easily available at your houses. Now you have to cut that balloon from the top and then insert that balloon at one side of the pipe like this. So you have got a setup like this bache. Now if we consider this is a container and this is the base of the container, the base of the container is not inflated. ये पिचका हुआ बच्चे, फूला हुआ नहीं. So what we will observe that when I pour water in it, water is a liquid. then due to the pressure of that liquid, this will inflate. ये फूल जाएगा. So this activity will prove that liquids exert pressure at the bottom. I am pouring water, beta, and by pouring water, what we are observing that this balloon will get inflated. So the liquid will exert a pressure at the bottom of the container. This activity will prove that liquids जो हैं वो अपने bottom पर या अपने container के bottom पर एक pressure exert करते हैं. I am going to repeat this activity for you बच्चों. For this, what we have to do is we have to take a pipe, a hollow through pipe, place a rubber at the bottom of this, at the one bottom, and then pour water in it. When we pour water in the pipe, then what we observe at the bottom, the balloon will get inflated. So this will prove that liquids exert a pressure at the bottom of the container. Next activity which we are going to perform is the liquid will exert same pressure at equal depth. For this activity, we have to take a bottle, bache. This bottle is approximately of 1.75 liters, but you can take a plastic bottle of 1 liters approximately. Then we have to make holes at equal position. For example, bache, this has given certain markings, so I make the holes at the bottom of these markings. This one is B hole, this one is A, and this one is C. You have to keep in mind that these holes must be at the equal difference. After that, this bottle is ready for your experiment. Rather than this bottle, this setup, you require water and a funnel to put or to pour the water in it. Now, bache, after making 3 holes, A, B, and C is on the other side, fill the bottle with water. I am pushing my fingers over these holes. What you have to do, you can place the sellotape over them. After removing your hands or sellotape, we observe that from all those 3 pores, all those 3 holes, the water will fall at the same distance. If the water will fall at the same distance, that means the pressure of the water at equal depth is same. So now we are removing our hands, or we can remove our sellotape if we are using that. So when we remove it, we observe that the water at the 3 pores, from B, from C, and from A, is falling at the equal distance. If I am placing at this distance is approximately same, bache. So this activity will prove that the liquid exert equal pressure at equal depth. Next we perform activity that will prove that with increase in depth, the pressure of liquid increases. अगली एक्टिविटी जो हम करने वाले हैं बच्चों, उसमें हम ये प्रूव करेंगे कि अगर डेप्थ बढ़ेगी, अगर गहराई बढ़ती जाएगी, तो लिक्विड का प्रेशर बढ़ता जाएगा. फॉर दिस वी हैव टू टेक a plastic bottle of 1 liters approximately. I am taking a cold drink bottle of 2 liters. You have to make 3 holes, 3 pores of equal size. For example, I have making these 3 holes, bache, A at the top, B and C. After that, what will I do is, I fill this water bottle with water, or any liquid which you ever preferred. The water is preferable water. One more thing you have to keep in mind, don't waste the water. Do this activity as I am doing it in my lawn. So do this activity by placing a broad container below it, so that water can be prevented from being waste. After that, what we have to do, when I fill this water, we have to close those pores either by the help of our fingers, if it's possible, or by the help of an adhesive tape, which is more preferable better. After filling it completely, place it straight like this and remove the adhesive tape, or remove your fingers. Then what will you observe, that from the A pore the water will go at the shorter distance, from B pore the water will go at the farther distance, and from the C it will go to the farthest distance. Why is it so? Because with increase in depth, the pressure of the liquid increases. So this activity will prove that, this activity which we are going to perform, that liquid pressure increases with depth. So bache, For this, we fill this water with fill this bottle with water, and as we remove the adhesive tape, or as fingers as I am placing it, we'll see from the A pore the water will fall nearer, from the B it will go the farther, and from the C it will go to the farthest, and we removing a tape of fingers. So from this we can see bache, from A the water is pouring near, from B the water is going here, and from the C the water is going to the farthest possible point. So this will prove from C the water is going here bache, and from B the water is going only here only. So bache, with increase in depth the pressure of the water increases. देखो बच्चे difference है B और C में. So with this activity we can say that with increase in depth the liquid pressure increases. जैसे जैसे डेप्थ बढ़ेगी लिक्विड का प्रेशर बढ़ता जाएगा.